Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight on our Tuesday Business Booster Call on the 3rd of June. And tonight it's all about Elevate Plus. So we just had Elevate, our Elevate incentive, which we're very excited. It's at the end of this month, actually, isn't it? So that's brilliant. Yeah, all plans are going ahead smoothly, should say. And we have some lovely people that are in our audience tonight who will be attending that event, and we'll ask them a couple of questions towards the end. But we are now starting our new incentive, which is Elevate Plus. So again, it's around the same concept of Elevate. It's a leadership development weekend aimed at you guys or for you guys. And where you'll have to stay tuned for our special guest speaker at this one. That is going to be launched or released down the track. But tonight is all about taking you quickly through the actual incentive. So I'm going to share my screen. It's going to be a very quick one because, for one, it's pretty much exactly the same as what we've just done with Elevate. We've just added a plus on it. But there are some slight differences. So I will mainly be focusing on those ones with you tonight, okay? So Elevate Plus and how to qualify. So the same point system as Elevate. So any customer with a 100-point order, you'll earn 10 points. For any customer with a 250-point order, you'll earn 20 points. It's 15 for an associate with a 100-point order, and then 25 points for an associate with 250 PV order. And then they're the same points going forward for the automatic order when it generates each month after their enrollment month. The leadership achievement. So this is personal leadership achievement. Again, that is the same point breakdown as previous. However, you'll notice down the bottom that we have extended the what we're looking at as your highest leadership level. Okay, so re-rank points will only count on levels higher than those held in the previous 5 months. So for the last one was 4 months. For this one, it is 5 months. Okay, so that's literally from the beginning of this year, 1st of January. The same requirement is for the leadership development. So this is for the enroller of that person who's just ranked up. You can receive these points. Now, these points in Elevate were slightly higher for the starting levels or ranks, I should say. So I think Silver Associate was at 20. You're basically getting the same as if you were ranking up yourself. However, for Elevate Plus, we have gone back to how it's normally, and it's half of what the associate would earn or receive when they rank up. Okay, so for a Silver Associate, if you're the enroller of someone who's just ranked up as a Silver Associate, you'll get 10 points and so on. There are a slight difference here as well. We've played around with the points at, actually, if I go back a page, at Gold Executive Director. Okay, so normally or previously from Silver Executive, it was 80, Gold Executive, it was 90 points. It's now gone up to 100 points for a Gold Executive, and then it's 20-point increases past that. So Presidential is 120. Okay, so it's, works out well. And then half of the 100 is 50. So as the enroller of a Gold as the enroller of a Gold Executive Director who's just ranked up, you'll get 50 points as opposed to the previous 45. 40.
Good.
We've got the duplication points again. So 10 points if you're the enroller of a new associate who enrolls a customer in their first month, as well as 15 points if your new associate enrolls an associate in their enrollment month. Okay. Again, it is in their enrollment month. So if they enroll on the 1st of that month, they have a full maybe 30 days to get their enrollments in, as opposed to if you enroll them on the 30th of a month, you probably don't get many duplication points that way. Okay. We have now 2 new bonuses with this one, which is the Silver Rush bonus. So when you're newly enrolled associate, so enrolled from the 1st of June, which is the beginning of the incentive, ranks up and achieves the Silver Rush bonus, they will earn an additional 20 bonus points, as well as you, the enroller, receiving 20 bonus points. Sounds good. So that's you and your associate both receiving 20 bonus points. And then we've got the get your rank on bonus points, which is when an associate achieves the get your rank on bonus incentive or during the incentive, they'll receive these bonus points, which is for gold director 30, 35 points for an executive director, and then 40 points for silver executive director. Again, same as the leadership development and leadership personal achievements. It's the same situation as in if you're in associate, they'll get the main majority of points, and you as their enroller will receive half of that. Okay. There is a little note down the bottom, which is bonus points will be awarded for the associate and their enroller who achieves the get your rank on bonus in that first month, basically. So the first time they hit it and we give them the first or the half payment, that's when you can count your bonus points. And then we've got the T's and C's, which is basically exactly the same. So I won't go through those. Is there any questions on that?
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
Isn't the Silver Rush bonus available for everyone if they do it within their first 2 months of joining?
Correct. So the Silver Rush is paid as, or for you to earn the Silver Rush, you have to you have to rank up to Silver Associate within those first 2 months. So if you don't receive the payment, then you don't get the bonus points, basically.
So, but you said for the points for the Elevate, it only counts if they enrolled from the 1st of June. So anyone who enrolled in May and made Silver Associate in June would be entitled to the Silver Rush.
Yes.
They wouldn't get the points for the incentive.
Well, yeah. So, well, what are we going to do? Because I kind of did think about that, but I know we were looking at it within the incentive time frame.
I would say it's within, when did they earn the incentive? When did they earn the Silver Rush bonus? If they earn the Silver Rush bonus in June, that's within the incentive period, doesn't that?
Yeah, this is true. Yes.
Oh,
but
good. I'm glad I asked that.
It just means that, at the end of the incentive, so if you enroll them in September, which is our last month, you've got that month for them to earn the Silver Rush to receive those bonus points, because anything after that won't count.
Yes, correct.
But also anyone who enrolled in May who becomes Silver Associate in June will get the points.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. That's lovely. I think,
Drew, if you get paid, as you said, if you get paid for the bonus, you should get the points as long as you're getting in the incentive period. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what my brain said. So there you go.
Yeah. We all thought the same.
Thanks, Drew. I'll pay you later.
Okay, good. Was there any other questions before I take you quickly through the tracker? Nope, we're good.
Hey, Richard from the UK. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Richard. Welcome. You can't really go for the incentive, but thanks for joining. Alrighty, so I'm going to share the screen again, and I'll just run you through the tracker again. It's basically the same format or layout as previous, except you can see that the heading now has Elevate Plus. But it's same scenario. You add your name, your upline, your account number, contact number, and an email. Up the top on the right next to the heading is, did you join our call? So all you need to do is click on yes if you were here, and if you weren't, then don't play with it. Well, they won't know about it because they weren't here. But you'll notice that there's a box to the right of this as well. For Elevate, the previous incentive, we had 2 business booster calls that you would earn bonus points with. So this is just there in case we do have another one, which we probably will when we release the speaker or announce our speakers. So that is just a placeholder, basically. So whenever that business booster call happens, you just need to enter the date, being the, 10th of July, if that's it, and then say yes. And then anyone who wasn't here won't know to do that, so they won't get the bonus points. But it's basic, straightforward, as in all the details are here on the right. You'll notice that in our bright pink, we have the new bonus sections. Again, it's just a So the top one, which is, do you have someone coming to, like a brand new person coming to Elevate? You would say yes. It then asks you how many you have within your team that are coming. Just add the number of how many you're bringing, and it will add the points down the bottom. So that says 60. I added because I said I was on the call as well. So that's why the extra 10. But that is worth 50 bonus points. The bringing someone brand new to Elevate Plus. Underneath the Silver Rush, it's split into two sections. So the one on the left is, have you earned Silver Rush yourself? So this is for the associate who actually receives the Silver Rush bonus or payment, I should say. And if they click on yes, again, it will add it up down the bottom automatically for you. Also for the enroller, because you're an enroller, you normally would have more than one associate. You may have 5 of them that have earned the Silver Rush bonus within the incentive period. So again, similar to the bonus above it, if you put yes, as in you're the enroller of someone who's earned the Silver Rush bonus, it will then ask you how many associates or how many received it. So again, like I said, if you have more than one person earn the Silver Rush bonus, you can put the number here, and again, it will add it up down the bottom for you. Oh, and press enter.
Very smart.
Okay, so there's your added up points. With the get your rank on bonus, this is basically a yes or no answer. Again, it adds it up for you. So whatever you've earned during the incentive period, if you were to say yes for the gold executive and yes for the executive, gold director and yes for executive director, but you haven't made silver executive yourself, you can either leave it blank or say no. But down the bottom, it's already added up the extra points for that bonus. And of course, on the right, it's for the enroller. Again, there are 2 sections here in case you have more than one person earn to get your rank on bonus. All right. I have only put 2. If you need more, let me know and I can add more boxes to the right. But it's the same scenario as the enroller. If you say yes, that you've got an associate that's just earned the gold director, get your rank on bonus, it's going to add it up down the bottom. Okay. You'll notice that my name has automatically inputted down in the leadership achievement section. Sorry about that. And again, all you need to do is put your highest leadership, and that is from within the last 5 months. 5 months. So from the 1st of January to the 1st of June or the 31st of May, whatever your highest leadership in that 5 months was, you just put that here, and that's your starting base or starting point for leadership rank ups or re-ranks. And then again, you have to have reached the new leadership or ranked up to that leadership level and then maintained it a following month, or the following month, I should say, the one directly after it, in order to earn those points. Unfortunately, I still can't work out how to get this to do it automatically for us, so I will need you guys to add the points in within that screen section. So if I ranked up to director, or I can't do that, but anyway, you see what I mean. Add the 40, and then it's going to add it up down the bottom in total.
So you can actually put the figure in yourself, can you?
Yes, for the leadership section,
Okay.
I need you guys to add the points yourself for.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
trust you'll be honest, but we'll figure it out if you decided to give yourself
Well,
150 points for gold director.
The same as the last tracker, everything is a drop-down list. So if your new enrollment or enrollee, their account number, and then if it's a 100-point order, as for a customer, it's 10 points. For an associate, it's 15. If it's over the 250 or more PV, then it's either 20 or 25. Okay. On the right-hand side, there is that section, so it's a visual. You can see what you need to put in if you need to. And then that is the ongoing automatic order as well. So you just keep going along, and then at the end here, it'll add it up all by itself. So you don't have to do the adding up. The other section is the duplication. Again, same as before, you put your new enrollee's name, their account number, and how many PCs, which is preferred customers, they enrolled in their enrollment month, or how many associates, or both. how many PCs and associates did they enroll in their enrollment month, and whatever you put here, it will add it up in that last section, and it's all added up for you down the bottom. Oh, look, I've made 305 points already. Woohoo!
You just qualified to go.
Yeah. Excellent. I will stop sharing, and if there are any questions,
Speak now.
I'm
Awesome.
so sorry. I went to get a charger for my laptop and I
I'm
missed
not
how
going
many
through
points.
again.
How many points do we need? Is it 250 again?
Yes.
It is 250 again. Yes.
Cool. Thanks.
So I'll say two things about the tracker, right? This is designed to make life a lot easier for you. If you're sitting there going, oh my God, it's an Excel spreadsheet, I'll never figure it out, print it off and write it by hand if that's where your brain is at, make it work. But we're trying to make it easier for you. And for somebody who joined back in 2009, where you used to all fax in, not even email, fax in trackers, and we would sit in customer service and go through them one by one, hoping we could read your writing. It allows us to turn around results really, really quickly, right? And as we saw people, because we're trying to track a lot easier, make it easier for us to, we've been able to recognize those going to elevate a lot quicker because of this. So we're trying to be technologically advanced, but if you're stressed, don't comment. If you'd like us to go through this with just your team, we're happy to do that. If you want to go through this one-on-one, we are happy to do this. And yes, kind of, he's getting very, very good at Excel. He and Banji did a course.
Yeah.
They did 3 modules. It did hurt their head. And I think the last one nearly broke you guys.
Yeah, a little bit.
But our aim is to try and make this as easy for you. So where you spend your time is doing the work so you can add it to the tracker, not do it. But I will always say the one thing is download your tracker, save it somewhere, and track as you go.
Makes a big difference compared to just trying to do it at the end.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And if you are unsure as to your rank for any of that re-rank this year, just reach out and ask us what were your ranks for the last couple of months. We can pull that up for you, and just really, really easily. So I don't want you stuck. Now is the time to ask the questions. The other thing I want to say, there is a pattern here. If you want to grow your own rank and build a team, it is about developing leaders. And the 3 fundamentals of our business is bringing on new people, helping them stay on an order, and developing new leaders. And you can see it's clear we want to help you develop new leaders. Our first ever Silver Rush earner, Sandy Henschke, is here tonight. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Congratulations. Yeah. And our first ever Get Your Rank On achiever is here tonight. And not only did he hit Gold Director, he also hit Executive Director. So Ashley, congratulations. That's a huge moment. Success leaves clues, everybody, right? The easiest way for you to move your business forward, and you'll see it in how we're setting up our incentives, is associates enrolling associates. And we can see that there's an increase of new associates being enrolled. We can also see an increase in retention. I was looking at our enrollment numbers, we'll just say for May, and the number of people starting off with an automatic order has increased. These are very, very positive signs. We love the product. We live and die by these products. We know it. So you want somebody on an automatic order so that they can regularly get their product and get the best benefits from them, improve their health. And all of you I know this. We have such, great trainers and leaders when it comes to the products and helping people get started on their journey. It's an incredible. So you want to be rewarded for these things. All right. Now, the other thing I'm going to say is Elevate #1 is coming up in the next couple of weeks. Those of you not attending, I'm going to tell you here now, you're going to have FOMO. Because when I'm not listening, I'll be posting on Facebook, because this is going to be an incredible event. And I do want to thank Karen. Karen has put so much work into it. I think we spent an hour and a half going through the agenda for one final time yesterday, Karen, and I do really appreciate your input. But we want to give those attending this event the best experience possible. And we want you walking away from this knowing how you're going to take the next steps in your business. So I'm going to pick on somebody because that's our want, right, Andrew?
Oh yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Avalon. Off your camera, off your microphone.
Hello.
Avalon, you came bouncing back from Manifest. I can honestly, you could say you bounced back from Mannatech like Tigger. And I
Mhm.
think you've really jumped into this. Why did you want to be at Elevate? And what did you do to ensure that you would be there?
Well, Manifest was amazing, and I've sort of mentioned it to a few people in our team as well, that you go into a room like that, surrounded by that sort of energy, and it fills you up. You know, that I came back from Manifest and my heart was just so full. The good energy and the uplifting people to be around, and the leadership as well, you know, the people that spoke on stage and the stories. And I've never enrolled 4 people in 1 month, and I came back from Manifest and enrolled 4 people because of that energy. So it definitely works and gives you that real spur on to get out there and share, basically, which is what we're all about. So it ups your belief, hearing other people's stories. And so I'm keen to go to Elevate because I want to get back in that energy again. You've got to sort of keep refueling yourself, and it's a way of refueling and giving yourself that little bit of a perk up and an energy. And especially when you're going in and out of the real world, like I am at the moment, still working full time, it definitely, I'm super looking forward to it, just to get back in that energy and learn some leadership skills too, because, I'm building my business, but I know that I need to develop now as a leader as well, and be a good leader. So that's what Elevate's going to be all about. And I think I'm excited when I come back from that, what I'm going to do after that. So yeah.
Awesome.
Onwards. And my goal, and I'll just tell everybody here so that I throw myself right in the deep end, is that I'm a gold executive director before I go. Which I'm
Awesome.
not far off. So that's the goal. That's the plan. And before my
Brilliant.
birthday. It's also my birthday weekend, guys. Just
Oh, we did know.
Oh,
23rd.
Yeah.
well, just letting you all know.
Oh, we know. We knew. Yes, we absolutely did. Drew's making a cake.
Oh, great. Should I be worried about that?
Yeah.
Chocolate Drew Kenish and Nutriveris are the key ingredients.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Uh,
Andrew, who are we going to pick on next? Thank you, Avalon.
Well,
Sharon.
let's go Ash. He's ranked up twice.
Yes.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, of course it was. Just thinking about the incentive that has just been, what lessons from past experiences will you apply to this new incentive going into that Elevate Plus?
Great question.
Just speaking up more, to be honest. I mean, I've been in Mannatech for years and not really done anything with it, so to speak. And I've had a little business build with a lot of help from my mum, but I haven't really done anything. And then it's only just been a change of mindset and coming from the heart as opposed to the head. And also, I'm not selling anything. I did sales as a kid, used to knock on doors selling lollies and things like that. And I never really liked selling. It just wasn't my thing. I liked manual labor for some weird reason. But yeah, this is different. So this is more of a just sharing. So for me, I keep my goals pretty simple and they're daily. So I'm always learning a little bit more about the products, bit of personal development, but also at least one person is copying it each day. Where I'm not, when I say copying it, I mean just sort of speaking from the heart to someone about what it is. So I had three people today. It wasn't really planned. It just happens because I just know I'm in alignment with this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just feel like Mannatech the business is great, but I know that this is much more than that. So I'm just looking forward to becoming more as an individual. And obviously with that reflects an income and a way of life. So for me, Mannatech is more about this growth as a person. So I'm not sure if I answered your question correctly there, Drew. Apologies if I haven't.
Yeah, a little bit. No, it was good. It was great.
But it's just, it's just. How do I put it? I mean, I'm injured at the moment, and I'm taking it as a blessing. I'm probably going to have surgery on my knee. So I'm coming down to Brisbane soon, and I'm just going to put the blinkers on, hang out with Ab and Mum, and obviously coming to Elevate. And yeah, probably come back up north in about a month or two and be all fired up like Avalon has from Manifest. So I'm just looking forward to this Elevate and getting amongst a Mannatech gathering. I know we did the little one in Brisbane, but this is the first one I've been to since I think 2012 or 11 when I was in the Australian raft team, and Mannatech actually sponsored the team back then. So that's the last time I was at one. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again. And I know that at the moment with everything, there's timing. And I just know that this technology, I know it's been around 30 years, but things take 25 odd years to come into fruition. I mean, if Bitcoin's an example. So I just know we're on the edge of a wave. I think we've mentioned that before. And I'm just excited for that, you know, spreading the word of something that's really going to have an impact on the planet, in my opinion.
I love the head to the heart. I love that. And I think, you know, timing and blessings. And there is a question for you. Somebody's asking, how long did Mum ask you for?
Mum's been at me since she
20
was in
years.
Yeah. You know, and overseas, come back, and she's like, "You'd be great
true.
at this. You love your fitness, rah rah." And I'm like, "Yeah." And it's kind of this year I've been a raft guide for 20 odd years and never really suffered an injury. And I've had two major ones this year, and this one's a big one. And at first it was like, but now I'm just realizing it's a transition. And so this is giving me a lot of time. I don't have to work. I can fully focus on Mannatech. So I've got a real massive advantage, which I am taking advantage of. So yeah, bring it on. Look out, everybody. And plus I have to keep up with Avalon. I can't have her getting all the glory. I know she's the favorite, but I'm a close. I know she's the favorite, but I am a close second. So
I'm glad you're finally admitting that. Yeah. Can I add one thing to what I said too? When I did the first Elevate incentive, I didn't enroll anyone in February, which was the first month. Then I had to pull my socks up because I didn't really decide that I wanted to go until March, I think. So maybe don't do that. And it was only that I went to Manifest and came back all fired up that I had a ripper month in May. So yes, first month is very important. So just decide to go right from the start. Well, you're all on the call, so you probably have already decided that, but just get cracking straight away so you don't put all that pressure on yourself at the end.
I love
advice.
Little bits every day.
Yeah.
Because a couple of you left it to the last minute, to be fair.
Yes.
And on that note, let's have the dream team from Fangaray off mute here. Come on, Jerry and Ilse. You got to take yourself off mute. You know, it's a wonderful experience for you because Alette Marie and Quinton Van Zyl, our guest speakers from South Africa, are actually your upline. Yes. So I know you did not want to be still sitting at home while they were sitting in Sydney, right? Big driver for you?
It was just funny this time. On the last minute, I had 3 people contact me. It was interesting. It was interesting because these 3 people I spoke to last year. So I know they always say when people say no, they actually mean not now. That was kind of obvious. It's like this is very random. So I just think don't think by speaking to someone you're wasting your time because they might come back to you. And so now they came back. One guy has been buying, the other 2 are still thinking, but it's just very random. So just keep talking to people, I suppose.
Love it.
It's kind of like Ash was saying, you know, it's all about timing. So that's for your customers as well, really.
It's interesting because when we were at Manifest, we met this beautiful woman from South Africa, also Geraldine, and she was on a panel with Bella. And Geraldine's famous in South Africa. She enrolled 100 people in 1 month, which, to be fair, we all know that's probably not duplicatable, and we're all going, oh my good gosh. And I had the opportunity to talk to her, and I said, okay, so what happened? And she said, this was months and months and months of work that just happened to come together. So it wasn't like she woke up on the 1st of March and said, I'm going to enroll 100 people. It wasn't like that. And I think it's It's timing. Jerry, she probably spoke to people last year or even 6 months ago, and people kind of come around when they're ready and not when you're ready, which, you know, is not always good for the temperament and the mindset sometimes, but these are the things we learn as we go. But I think, you know, that is very clear, Jerry. Sometimes it's not a no, it's a not now. And I think, you know, Karen talks about, you know, asking questions and letting people speak, and that will kind of really tell you where people are. And if you can get good at that, I think it'll be incredible. We pick on one more, Drew. I feel like Bella's being too quiet.
Yeah.
Our giving spirit recipient from Manifest, Bella. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You and Vincent are pretty good at incentives. I think you've got it down pat. What would you say to somebody that's going, okay, what do I do first?
So Vincent and I, we had this sort of mindset, I would say mindset, since beginning when we joined Mannatech. From business perspective, any incentives we don't want to give up, because we love going outside of the house and like see different things and experience, because there are so much things to learn. So Mannatech has given us health opportunity, and also it gives us the opportunity to learn. And Vincent and I, we love to learn when we see other people's doing things that we haven't seen yet. It really excites us. So any incentives, Vincent and I, we are very serious about it. But sometimes there's ups and downs. Like even though we thought we can get it, but sometimes it doesn't really happen in that way. So what we always do, we never doubt about ourselves. Like, you know, what if we can't achieve this? We always say we can achieve that. Even though the last week, the final week, we still didn't see the final results, we believe the last moment before the deadline closed, we know something will happen. Like we saw from New Zealand, Jerry, and it was you just didn't know, but it happened. So we always believe that the law of attraction, when we believe it, it will happen. Most of our incentives happen that way because we believed it, and it really happened. And this time for this Elevate, actually it happened a bit early before we went to a manifest. So it was actually a good news, because we can and then we can focus on manifest and we continue. So with the Elevate Plus, we believe it will happen again, and we are excited about the learning opportunity. I mean, in 2 weeks, and also Mannatech incentives give us the chances to travel to different places. Otherwise, we won't really have that many opportunities to go around, like work and home, and then a bit of family visits. Like I've been to Korea again and again because of my family, and Indonesia again and again because of business family, but I also want to explore somewhere else. And these opportunities always bring us to different cities and different countries. My peers, I mean, friends like in my similar age, or who used to be my classmates, they start to say, or when I meet them, they tell me, "Oh wow, Bella, you got there. You got through." Previously, they didn't believe it. When I said it, they just feel like, yeah, well, we got good job. But now they start to say congrats, and they start to really genuinely tell that is amazing. We saw that in social media. You guys been where we were, and it was amazing. So now I start to feel like it's rolling, and really feel appreciated. And of course, this Elevate Plus, we're gonna get it as well.
Okay, love it.
I like it.
Love it, love it, love it, love it,
The
love
mindset.
it, love it. Yes, but mindset and stepping into action, because mindset is the one step. Things don't, I know you say you put it out there in the laws of attraction and you believe it, but it also involves you taking action. So never sell yourself short. It's not like she went, it's going to happen, and you do nothing
Oh,
else.
look, it happened.
You do work at this. You know,
Yes.
JP Costa used to say it's called network marketing for a reason. It's not net do nothing marketing. You gotta put in the effort. You really gotta put in that effort, and it does pay off. Just not always on the timeline that you'd like it to pay off, but patience is a virtue, right?
Yes.
Patience is a virtue.
I think when you focus on something and like your mindset, then you get inspired with ideas of what to do and what action to take. And that's
Inspired
coming from
action, yeah.
inspiration. And then when you take those actions, you get the results. Yeah.
Absolutely. Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, the other thing with our businesses, and I'm going to pick on you, Av, sorry. When we met Avalon first and you decided this was the business for you, you were very quiet. You would have just sat on this call and you might have said yes, no, or maybe, but you wouldn't. And you've come such a long way. And that's the growth and the beauty of our business. I always think it's the unsung hero, what it does for you.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. And we're going to pick on one last person, and she knows I'm coming for her, because growth is so important in our business. And when you're the Manifest 2025 Australasian Business Builder of the Year, everybody thinks it's just magic for you. And I can say this because she won't kill me. Before she got out on stage to represent us so beautifully, she was pacing. There was a bit of back and forth. And so even when you're at the top of your game and you're highly successful, these things make you nervous because they matter. Karen, you've been instrumental in this with us. And like I said, we're very thankful for all the help and support you've given us. You've driven this. The results in your team are there to be seen. What are you feeling?
Well, I'm just feeling super excited. I mean, I just feel like I've come back as well. You know, the last 5 years have been a bit ordinary in the world. And I think I went into semi-retirement, to be honest. And I just was reading, because we've got this great leadership training coming up, I've been getting out my leadership development books and reading again. And yes, it sort of revealed a few things about me over the last few years, which I didn't really like. So I'm just super excited that Elevate's going to be focused on leadership. That's what I'm most excited about. And I really congratulate everybody who's coming, because the world needs leaders. You know, we need leaders in every area of life, and people are looking for a leader. You know, I mean, whether you like Trump or not, sorry to mention his name, maybe for some people, but you know, so many people sort of put hope in him because he's a leader, you know, because he's making decisions, whether you like him or not. You know, people are looking for leaders. And I just think this whole area of health is huge. We're seeing what's going on, you know, as far as that and all the things in food that are bad. You know, we've got a much bigger job than we ever had before with all the processed foods. So, but we need to learn about leadership. It's a whole training we need to know. And I think I'd forgotten a lot of it. So I'm very committed to reading and studying myself. I'm going to be learning at this event. I can't wait to have, you know, gold presidentials there. I mean, I met them at Manifest, and they've said it was just an unbelievable experience. And Quentin and Alette Marie are just so incredible, and their success is incredible. And I just want to rub up against them and learn as much as I can. And but I just want to reinforce one thing that Avalon said. I've been around a long time, and in any incentive, the most powerful time to get into action is the first month. I just can't emphasize that enough. You'll cruise it if you really work at it in June, because just logistics, mathematically, you know, if you can enroll people in June, you've got 3 more months of automatic orders and points. So it'll be just so much easier. And the thing about our business too is you're helping other people, training other people, developing other people. I mean, I just love that, you know, to get the points from helping others rank up. You know, it's not just because Avalon and Ashley are my children. You know, I just love anyone ranking up. It's so exciting, you know, and to see the changes in people, and like Ashley said, to grow as a person. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I'd stopped. I don't know if you can really comprehend what I'm saying, but I made a garden. I gave up all the lawn and built a garden and thought, well, that's my project, and you know, I'm old now, that's it. Well, you know, I'm so excited. I've come back to life, you know, and I was so inspired by Leonie van der Linde. She's my heroine. And she's all about hope and a life of significance. And that's my goal now, to live a life of significance. And the fact that I can now live to 147, I'm only halfway, so the world's my oyster. And I love everyone in Mannatech, you know, I love you all, and I just wish you all the very best of success, and I hope you'll all be at the next Elevate. It's in Brisbane, so that'll be good. Anyway.
Love it. Thank you, Karen. Absolutely, thank you. And I think that's the key thing. So if you're sitting here now going, bugger, I missed the first one, there's always another opportunity.
Yeah.
And every event that we do, you know, we've been talking a lot about Alette Marie and Quentin and Karen. You being there makes the event a better event.
Yeah.
It is not about the person just standing up in front of you. Everybody that goes, you add value, whether it's something you say to somebody over coffee or a question you ask, but you being there makes a huge difference. And as I look around this group, I just want to give a shout out to Kaina, to Jerry and Elsa, to Avalon, to Jody, to Karen, to Ashley, to Bella, to Sandy, and to Vincent. I saw you put on your camera, Vincent, for achieving this and really making this happen, because I do think we are going to all be better because you've decided to be part of this. We are very, very fortunate with it. And the other person I'd really, really like to thank is Drew, because Drew did so much work on this incentive. The tracker nearly broke him. He was cranking it the other morning. You said that tracker. But he's done so much work with Elevate, because we really tried to stay ahead of the tracking so we could help you and say, did you know this is how many points you're on? And as we get bigger and there's a gazillion people going for an incentive, we might not be able to do that. But while we can, we definitely want to lean into it. And Andrew does a lot of the heavy lifting on this. Jamila on customer service does a wonderful report for us every morning that really, really helps. A big thank you to Jamila. But we want you to succeed. And, you know, I think we are the most wonderful community with the biggest hearts. And I can tell you now, Avalon, you put out a goal, and I know everybody in this call is going to be cheering you on and willing you to get there, because we believe in each other. And that's one of the most important things.
Yes.
So,
It is.
I suppose has everybody got cameras on, Andrew? Did you take a screenshot?
Except for Phil. Phil, come on.
No,
He
he
started
in the
the
beginning.
camera on,
Yes.
and then he turned it off.
It might be Patsy. It might be Patsy.
Yes, I thought we saw Phil earlier. So for this one, make the decision. Absolutely make the decision. And then when you've made the decision, make sure you're on the call on Saturday morning with Dr. Nugent, all about Plus, and who can you invite from your team to bring them along, because all these touch points make a difference. All these touch points make a difference, and it's huge. So don't just think about you, think about who you can make sure from your group or your team or your new people are on the call with Dr. Nugent on Saturday, because showing up is a big part of what we do. And then we move on to the next things. And these are all the little things. As Ashley said, he's doing something every day. I love it. Somebody cops it every day. That's the best thing I've heard all that. But you know, it's doing those things every single day. It is those good habits. And we all fall out of them from time to time. And then we go, oh, why isn't it working? Well, we're not doing what we used to do. And that's the little things we remember, right? Go out, talk to somebody, connect with somebody, follow up with somebody, talk to somebody, connect with somebody. Who's around long enough to remember Betty Agraviador? Betty Agraviador was started with Mannatech when we launched. A crazy Filipino lady. She could get so excited. And I remember her telling me that she told a group once that there's 3 secrets to this business. And she said, everybody sat there with their notebooks and she said, talk to people, and talk to people.
Yep.
And because it starts and ends with that. And when you look around and you look at the smiles on people's faces, and, you know, again, I love what Ashley said about heart, and you lead with your heart and you're authentic and you're true to yourself, people fall in love with you. And that's the start of something wonderful. They may not say yes straight away, but as you know, Jerry said, they came back around.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. So you just got to get out, and we know better than anybody. There's a lot of big hearts on this. If you've never had a Bev Walker hug, you're missing out. You know.
So is that our incentive weekend done then? You just gave them the 3 points.
Bit more than that.
Okay, right.
But again, it's, you know, when you're stuck, and this is what I love about this community. If you're stuck, there's always somebody to ask. So Everybody knows how to find Andrew. Everybody knows how to find me. If you're stuck on the tracker, you're stuck in the incentive, ask.
Yep.
It's that simple. We don't bite. Well, I don't.
A little bit.
Making a funny noise in the
no.
office today, so he might have been biting somebody. But I think so many of you know how much help he gives you, how much support he gives you, and how he can just talk through these things. So now's the time. Not on the 30th of September. You know who you are. And Andrew, anything else?
No, I think we're all good. I thank you. A big thank you to you yourself, Sinead, because you're the one who says yes to these incentives in the first place. So I might be able to throw ideas around, but yeah, I've got to say, got to have the yes, and we definitely get that. So thank you.
Do we know who's on our next business booster? I think we do we?
Do it. What do we want to announce it now?
Why not?
No.
All right. Okay. Wow. We'll talk about mean.
Yeah. Don't
All
give too much away.
And we do have a speaker for Elevate Plus. I would say 99% confirmed. We're super excited. You'll just have to watch the space for an announcement. But I would say to you, take a leap of faith in us, because we're delivering big time for this one. So you can only imagine what we'll do for the next one. Just saying.
And on behalf of us all, thank you, Sinead and Andrew. Thank you for the idea to have this event and all that you're doing to support us. You know, I know everyone would agree we've never had a management team like it. I know I keep saying it, but I just keep on being so grateful for all that you've done for us. So thank you.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Everyone agrees.
We're in it together, right? We're in
Yes,
it
we
together.
are.
All right. So on that note, bugger off and go talk to somebody before you go to sleep tonight.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.